Hello, everybody. I'm Brian.
And I'm Brian.
And this is Brian versus Brian, episode 153, The Untouchables. 1987. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The score won an Academy Award, I think. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Directed by Brian de Palma. Screenplay, David.
Is it Mamet?
Yeah. Mammy. It goes with the Al Capone. Mammy wrote the script. Mammy. Based on The Untouchables by Elliot Ness. Well, you write your own book, you know it's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look real good in this book. Okay. So we got Kevin Costner. We got Al Capone, played by De Niro.
Mm-hmm.
And we got, Kevin Costner is in it. I can't even remember his character's name, but he's an old beat cop who joins the squad.
Oh, Sean Connery? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who did I say Sean Connery?
You said Kevin Costner.
Sean Connery.
Malone,
yeah,
I think.
He won an Academy Award for this, for Best Supporting Actor. I was like, wow, the standards are a little lower back then. It was just a run-of-the-mill. Sean Connery said about 20 words. It's not much to him. He does some little overacting when he gets shot and stuff, and he's crawling through his house.
Yeah. So good. All right, so it was nominated. Well, I think it was Academy Awards. I think I only see 4. So a nominee for score. So score didn't win. Nominee for costume. Nominee for art direction, and best supporting actor. Sean Connery won. Yeah, 1988. Crazy.
Stiff competition then.
Yeah, I guess so.
87. So this is 87. This is kind of before Kevin Costner went on that big run then. Because he had that run where it was like
baseball movies,
Wolves,
yeah.
Bull Durham, Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
And he was on a tear until Wyatt Earp kind of bucked his trajectory there. And then he did Waterworld right after that.
Yeah.
That was another one of the good ones. They had like 5 in a row, or 4 in a row. They were like number ones. He was doing real good. Video game? What the hell? Oh, wow. There's a video game based on the movie.
Yes.
In 1989, on multiple platforms, the game plays out some of the more significant parts of the film. This is like a side-scrolling. The Untouchables.
Oh, my God. It's like Contra.
So that guy off the roof. Where is he? He's in the car. Jesse walked in during that part, the guy with the white suit that kills Sean Connery. I can't remember his name, but he's like the menacing gangster, like enforcer you always see in the movies. Wears the same damn suit every time you see him too, every day of the week. It's a white suit, and she walks in when Kevin Costner's character Elliot Ness is chasing him because he just shot a cop at the courthouse. It was at the arraignment of Capone. And he's chasing him, and he I don't remember why he did this, but he's like, "Oh, I reached the edge of the building. There's a rope here. I'm gonna, get out on this rope." So he gets out on the rope, but then he's like, "Oh fuck! Now I'm on the building on a rope. I don't want to be here, and I need to get back up." Bad choice. Yeah. So he's like climbing back up, and then Elliot Ness looks over the edge. And he like points his gun at him, and she's like, "This is a really long, drawn out." And it's like, De Palma, on the eyes, on the gun, on the guy, and it's like 5 minutes. And trigger shot where he's starting to squeeze, and then back to the, and I was like, yeah, and he's not going to do it. I already know he's not going to do it. He's the good guy. He's like, he refuses to get to their level, so he's not going to shoot him. And then you see him put his gun away, and he's like, "Come on," and helps him up. And I was like, yeah, I knew it. He could never do it. And then they're walking away, and he's like putting him under arrest, but he doesn't put any cuffs on him. And he's like combing his hair, and he's like, "Yeah, arrest me." I was like, "What the fuck kind of arrest is this?" He's just walking with him, let him comb his hair, and then he talks shit about Connery, Malone or whatever his character's name is. And he squealed like a pig when he died. What'd you say? Squeal like a stuck pig. I want you to remember that. And then he fucking just shoves him off the fucking building after he just made this big 5-minute scene about how he was not going to stoop to their level. The whole movie does this. I'm not stooping to their level. I'll do anything within the law to stop Capone. Nothing above it. And everyone's trying to get him to, and they say you have to. And he doesn't. And then he pushed him off the wall. I was like, what the fuck? What the hell? Yeah. He just saved him and then pushed him off. And then he's falling. And he's like, did he sound anything like that? Yelling at him as he falls.
Oh my God, so good.
And then he crashes into the car and he's just looking down, like, admiring his work and stuff. I was like, oh man. I didn't see that
quite
coming.
The turn, yeah. Oh shit!
Save you off one rope to throw you down the next. So, it just starts out. He gets. He's like part of the Treasury Department for some reason. Of course, Prohibition is going.
Yeah.
And he's there to get some liquor and stop Capone in Chicago. I want to say. One thing about these old movies, man, the acting might not have been as good because he won Best Supporting Actor, and I don't quite see that in this. But man, the fucking sets.
Yeah,
dude. Look at this movie, and it's like they went back in time.
Totally.
It's like it's not CG. This is a physical, tangible shit you see. And then there's like 20 fucking Model A's or whatever driving around, and you're like, damn, dude, they don't do it like this no more.
Dude, my fucking jaw dropped at the last shot of the movie where the reporter
was walking.
When he's walking, it's just a huge wide shot of the street.
What are you gonna do?
Cars. I was like, dude, that's fucking dope. It's obviously they must have shot that on like a Paramount backlot, but it didn't seem like it. It seemed like they're in a real street in Chicago. I was like, damn, that's dope.
Yeah, it looks fucking awesome. I miss the days of a movie like that. Everything just seems so grounded and real.
Mm-hmm.
Not this, CG. The Irishman shit, storefront CG, everything's CG. So that was really cool to see. I like that line too. He's like so fucking gung-ho about everything, man. We're not gonna, it's against the law. We don't drink. Sean Connery pulls out a fucking bottle. Starts drinking at his house. This guy's riding my ass. And then, he's like, so you hear they're going to repeal Prohibition. What are you going to do? Might have a drink. Yeah, the whole fucking movie was just nothing. It's a waste of fucking time. It's like, I might have a fuck it. That was a big waste of time, wasn't it? Fucking all these people over and trying to stop this liquor. And Al Capone isn't in it that much, man. As I say, he was really underutilized for being De Niro.
Yeah, which is a bummer because every time he's on screen, it's like electrifying, man. Like De Niro is such a presence, and it's just like, man, I wish he was in it more.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, and I don't know. I found it all kind of a little bit boring, a little bit drug out. I've heard people say it's pretty gory. I didn't think so. There's a couple parts that get pretty bloody, but overall, not too much. A lot of I call it Batman gun shootouts. The little shit wheeling by, and that ridiculous shootout scene with the baby going down the steps in slow mo. The whole scene, baby. Like I want to see that scene in real time. Yeah. It's just like it's like 1 minute. It's 1 minute.
It's like John Wick.
He's just shooting like that, and then the guy sliding in to save the baby is like. It all happened in like fucking 45 seconds.
Oh my god. Just turned into a John Woo movie.
Speed that up and do the real time.
Yeah, it's cool. That scene is basically ripped directly off of. I want to say it's like from the early 1900s. It's like some Russian movie. It's literally the same thing. It's like soldiers going down steps, and there's a bunch of crowds going. There's like a baby carriage going down. So he completely ripped it off. Yeah, or an homage, I guess I would say, an homage to that.
Ooh, and yeah, that big shootout. And there's another big shootout. That was where was that at?
That was at the Canadian border, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Neither of those happened.
Yeah.
So neither of those happened.
Yeah, I read that none of Elliot Ness's people died. I think they said that Capone
Al
was like,
Capone
don't
refused
fuck with
to
them.
use violence. Yeah, because he said he'd prefer to bribe them, and he just thought it would bring more consequences down on him and more more people to come. So he didn't do that. Hey, I just want to be friends here, Hey. Yeah. None of that happened. Elliot Ness didn't kill that guy. Surprise, surprise. He didn't admit to throwing someone off a building. Yeah, I did that. That happened. Oh, can you fly, Bobby? Throws him off. So that guy, I said that guy committed suicide like 12 years after the trial. I was reading that Elliot Ness and his team had almost nothing to do with this, the prosecution of him for tax evasion. That just happened to happen. So
wow.
They didn't really accomplish anything. They're just kind of there. Yeah, and then the tax people happen to get them and like, yeah, take that.
Yeah.
So that was kind of disappointing.
They probably just did a bunch of raids, I'd imagine. Like, oh, we did a bunch of raids. We're important.
We broke a bunch of liquor bottles.
Yeah.
Once, one summer in Chicago. That's what happened. Made 106.2 million worldwide off a 25 million budget. Damn, that's a cheap budget for a film looking like this.
What was it again?
And stuff. 25 million.
25, yeah.
You couldn't get nothing like this for 25 million no more. The buck don't go like this no more, baby. You ain't getting 40 Model A's and all this bullshit. A whole Chicago street for 25 million? Shoot.
Yeah, there's a movie that reminded me, you saying that. There's a movie, what was it called? Had Ryan Gosling. I don't know, it was like a 1930s Gangster Squad is what it's called, Gangster Squad. And that movie looks like the polar opposite. It's like you said, it's like CG sets and fucking just ridiculous.
I think that was supposed to be like I remember that was just so, it was like him and like who the fuck else. It was a ridiculous group of people mixed together. Yeah, Gangster Squad. It was almost like R.I.P.D. for gangster movies. You know what I mean? I felt like that's what it was going for. Just the so over the top ridiculous. Actively avoid killing. Okay, yeah. So that's not real. The video game has no killing. You just break bottles. Get him. And there's a prequel that was canceled. An Untouchables spinoff, The Untouchables Mother's Day, which was later changed to Capone Rising. Yeah, the Mother's Day title didn't make much sense. Mother's Day. Capone Rising, I can get behind that. That seems to be more accurate. But it was about Capone's rise as a kingpin in Chicago. Years before the encounter with Ness, and it was gonna be directed by Brian De Palma, who replaced the early director. According to De Palma, the film went into development with several times, with Nicolas Cage, Gerard Butler, and Benicio del Toro all attached to play Capone at one point in time in different stages of the film.
Gerard Butler is fucking...
Gerard Butler as Capone. Benicio del Toro. Like, he's just... Hey, man. What? Nicolas Cage, dude. That would... Hey. Okay.
That would be great, yeah.
The liquor flows. So, Oh, here, I want to see this picture of Elliot Ness. Oh, he's a weird looking dude. I just got this one picture, and he's just like, mm. See if I can get him over here.
Oh yeah.
It's way hard to see, but he's got some creepy eyes. He's a scary character. He's pretty similar to Kevin Costner looking in this, though. Yeah. I don't know. It's okay. I've never seen it before, so I was looking forward to it. I was watching a thing about Kevin Costner, and it was going over his movies, and there's a couple I hadn't seen, and this was one of them. I was like, what? He did a Brian De Palma picture with fucking De Niro? Fucking Scarface? What?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I gotta see this. I'm thinking it's gonna be a action-packed epic. So,
Yeah.
came away a little disappointed.
Yeah, it's kind of just a basic cops and robbers movie.
Yeah.
30s, yeah.
It's no Scarface.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was. I probably won't watch it again, but I guess it was worth a watch. Pretty cool period piece. I love when a period piece looks so good, like you went back in fucking time. It's nuts. I would give it a 7.1.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's serviceable.
Yeah. What'd you say?
It's serviceable.
Yeah.
Just slightly over 7. I don't want to give it a 6.
Yeah, I think this week we're kind of aligned. I think this is probably the second or third time I've seen this, and for many years. It's been a really long time since I've seen it. Yeah, I mean it's pretty entertaining. I think the cast is pretty damn good. Like I said, De Niro's electrifying every time he's on screen. And I think one of my beefs with the movie is that you have Andy Garcia, who's fucking another amazing actor, but he's like underutilized. You don't really know anything about him. He's just around. So I was kind of bummed that they didn't really explore that character at all, really. I think my favorite character was Wallace, the accountant. I thought he was just always fun. He's just like, hey, do you know what?
Oh, yeah.
He always keeps bringing up the tax invasion thing, and then he gets his moment to shine during the shootout, and he's just like, motherfucker! And he's just like blowing people apart. So I thought he was pretty great. But again, he's just another character we don't really know anything about. He's just kind of around. So I'm kind of bummed that we didn't get to see any of the unit, camaraderie stuff. It's more about Malone and Elliot Ness. I think the score is weird, man, because I think it is a good score, but I feel like it's in the wrong movie. Because like when they're on their horses going to the thing, like it feels like the score makes it feel like I'm watching an adventure Indiana Jones movie. It doesn't feel like a 1930s gangster stop prohibition Al Capone movie. It feels like, I don't know, it felt out of place in moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The opening credit song was dope. Boom. Like that was cool, but all the sweeping music that you hear throughout the movie just feels like it's in a different movie. I do like that. I like it when directors have like a unique kind of filmmaking style and they do something out of their wheelhouse, but they still inject that style into that movie. So like a good example would be like Sam Raimi in Spider-Man 2 injected Evil Dead into the hospital scene. And De Palma kind of does the same thing here, where I think when Sean Connery gets killed, there's like a first-person POV thriller kind of shot where De Palma's used that in so many different movies. So I always like it when like they bring their style into a movie, that's outside of their wheelhouse. So I thought that was kind of fun. But yeah, overall, when the credits rolled, it's just kind of like, yeah, that was cool, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing like, I don't know, there's no set piece that's like, oh, I need to rewatch that set piece again, or like, a great moment of dramatic tension that I'm like, oh, I need to watch it again to experience that moment again. There's nothing really in there. It's just kind of like I said, cops and robbers movie, and I don't think it's, up there with some of the best. Like we reviewed American Gangster somewhat recently. I think American Gangster is a way better cops and robber kind of movie. Especially speaking about, going back and doing something over time, in the 1970s. That movie is just like, that movie could have been filmed in the 70s. It's flawless. Anyways, yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. I'm a little higher. I'm giving it a 7.8. I don't think it's quite an 8. I don't think it earns that 8. Oh, and also I want to agree with you and Jesse. The chasing at the end is so unnecessary. I was like checked out at that point. I'm like, why is this happening? This isn't like, it's not adding anything to the movie. It's just like an added.
He's already in court.
Yeah,
and we choose to leave court where Al Capone is being charged. This whole drama has led up to this, the conclusion, and we leave court because I know that guy has a gun on him, and he's in a courthouse. That's not okay. Take him out. And then that's a huge chase. It's like this guy cannot leave well enough alone. He's here to prosecute Capone. Sees a guy jaywalking. I gotta go. New case open. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah, it's completely unnecessary and just like you could have just made the white suit henchman guy at the train station and you have that showdown there. You don't have to have an added thing at the end. So I thought that was kind of ridiculous and unnecessary. But yeah, 7.8 for me.
7.8, 7.1. Untouchables, Brian De Palma, 1987. Check it out. It's on Paramount Plus currently. That's where I watched it.
Yeah, that's where I watched it.
Right on. Yeah, appreciate you guys coming by. Please like and subscribe. Please come hang out with us on Sundays. We're also on Apple Music and Spotify if you choose to do your podcasts in an audio form. Okay, you want to crank up your old iPod and just hang out. What do they call that? The RSS feeds. Remember those? Subscribe to that. Get your little fix that way on your little earbuds. Or, you know, get an aux cable, hook us up to your freaking old phonograph, whatever you want to do, man. But the point is, you'd be listening and we'd appreciate it. So, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. And until the next week, we're going to say peace.
Peace.